Hi everyone, it's Tasleem here, and today's video is called Honor Your Inner Dancer. So a couple of weeks ago, I went to see a movie that you're probably all very familiar with, especially if you have kids. I went to see the movie Frozen. And you're probably thinking, what's the big deal? And the movie was out quite a long time ago. It sounds like I'm like way behind the times, and isn't it for kids? Well, actually, the movie was introduced to me in a way that was so deep and profound a couple of years ago that I feel like it's meant for not just for kids, but for adults. It's very, very poignant and profound, and I'm going to be connecting this to my topic for today. So I was introduced to the depth of this movie by a functional medicine doctor named Keisha Ewers. She was using the movie Frozen to explain to us the idea of fractalization, which is when parts of us get broken off, or we cut parts of us off from ourselves, from our true selves, because we are hurt, because we've gone through trauma, because it's too painful to look at, because we don't even realize that we've been conditioned to think a certain way and to not trust in our own beliefs, in our own desires and wishes. And these parts of us that get broken apart are fractals. There are parts of us that were our true essence and were a whole us at one time, but as we experience different things in our lives, these parts get taken apart from us. And the reason she was using the movie Frozen to explain this is because even in the song Let It Go, like the famous Frozen song, there's lyrics. One of the lyrics has to do with fractals. And for those of you who've seen it, or I'm sure you've heard that, the main character she has these magical abilities when she touches things, and like a regular floor can just turn into an ice rink, and she can things get glittery and playful and fun when she's around them, and she's made to feel like that's different and that's evil and that she shouldn't be doing that. And she's also made to feel that her emotions are not acceptable, that like the fear or the excitement or the joy and the curiosity that she has gets shut down, and she ends up isolating herself because she is made to believe that who she truly is, like the parts of her that make her whole, are not safe for others, that she's actually hurting other people, especially her loved ones and her sister in the movie, by being herself. So she isolates herself thinking that she's at least saving everyone else, but she ends up hurting her own self because she's not allowed to be herself and live, and she ends up getting frozen because of that shutdown of her life. And Keisha Ewers does an amazing job of explaining how these parts of us are meant to be honored. They're, our whole true being, our essence, is made up of those parts. So once you start breaking those parts off or closing them off from yourself and other people, that's what can lead to illness and disease and depression and feeling that isolation, feeling as if you can't trust in other people, and often that you can't trust in yourself. And that true essence, that true being, is often referred to by other practitioners and spiritual, in spiritual worlds as our inner being. I've talked a lot about Abraham Hicks, who definitely focuses in on this inner being and explains how our inner being is that whole self of us, our core, our true essence, and it's never broken apart. It's never fractalized. It's all unified and all together and all in alignment. I've been talking a lot about alignment in my past few videos. And alignment with what? Alignment with, in terms of connected, surrendered, like trusting in life. Alignment in terms of, with our intuition, having healthy boundaries. Alignment with our joy, like our purpose in living is to, enjoy life and to live out our purpose and be our true unique self, including expressing our real emotions and expression through, the artistic things that we do, or the jobs that we do, or the playful things that we do, or how we communicate with other people. And we always have that inner being. We always have that true essence in us, even though another part of us is living this life that is fractalized or cut off. Pieces of us are cut off from our true essence. And because all of these things like intuition and trust and surrender and connection, all of these for me are what dance brought into my life, and I know has brought into a lot of your lives. Joy, all of those qualities that dance has brought to us. I like to refer to the inner being as our inner dancer. It doesn't matter whether you are dancing or not. I believe that we all have an inner dancer, an inner being that has all those qualities that dance brings us. And of course, if you do dance, that's a even better way to get back connected to your inner being, your inner dancer. This inner being, this inner dancer, never talks badly about you. It's never self-critical. It doesn't even criticize other people because it understands that those other people might be disconnected from their inner being, from their inner dancer. It's always rooting for us. It's so in love with us that it sees why we do the things that we do, and it's always encouraging us. There is nothing negative like those, self-critical voices that are in your head. That's definitely not your inner dancer. That's not your inner being. That's your inner critic. And that part of you is often just trying to protect you because of the hurt or trauma or experiences that you've gone through that make you feel like it's unsafe to share your emotions, or it's unsafe to be your real you, or it's unsafe to bring your whole self, your true self, into whatever you're experiencing. And in the movie Frozen, the main character ends up becoming unfrozen when she finally is able to be her true self. And it's not that her true self left her. The true self is always there. The inner being, the inner dancer is always there with us. But we start getting further and further away from that essence, from that core, when we go through painful experiences. And our true essence, our core being or inner dancer is always actually trying to get us to come back into alignment with it. So all the videos that I've been doing about alignment, you might be thinking, well, alignment with what? Like, what are you aligning with? With what other people expect of you? No. What society thinks you should do? No. With what you should be doing because you're a certain age? No. Alignment with who you truly are, why you came to this earth, your purpose, which is so individual, and nobody else can know what that inner being, inner dancer is except for you. Like, you know it more than anybody else because it's yours and it's always with you, and it's never fractalized, it's never broken. So the great news about that is that when you are feeling lost and when you are angry or when you do get self-critical, if you know that there is an inner being, an inner dancer that's like, moving to your unique rhythm and dancing up a storm and still excited about life, you can remember that they are always trying to draw you back into it, into your core. And so if you are feeling depressed or disconnected or not trusting in your intuition, it's because you're going further and further from your inner being, from your inner dancer. And to get back to that inner dancer, you can feel into what they actually believe about you. They know that you have come here with a purpose. They know that when you hurt, or even when you think that you've hurt someone else, that you've done it because you went through pain or something hurt you as well. They know that whatever you're going through, there are reasons behind that, and they're trying to bring you back into wholeness, into your core, and to remind you who you really are. And for me, that is an inner dancer. There are some practitioners out there, spiritual practitioners, that say that before we came here, we were dancing across the skies with our angel, with our angel from, like, our guardian angel, the one that is always looking after us. And so we were always dancing. We are always meant to dance. And that dance could be tango, it could be ballroom dancing, it could be hip hop, but it doesn't even have to be a literal dance. It's just you're dancing through your life with connection, with alignment, with intuition, with trust, with surrender, all those qualities. And if you ever are unsure how to get back to your inner dancer, like I said, one of the best ways to get into alignment with your true self is to actually dance. So I would love to know what you think of this. If you have seen Frozen, let me know what you think of the movie. I don't know if any of you, how you felt if you did see the movie. I cried a lot because I could relate to what the characters were going through, especially because of the way that I was introduced to this movie from Keisha Ewer's perspective of fractalization and getting back into wholeness. And I don't mind admitting that I cried, because that's part of the whole, getting in touch with your inner being, your inner dancer, like being allowed to share your real emotions, who you truly are. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Let me know what you all think, and I will see you again soon.